I'm Miss Diorio from Citizenship Academy, and we are moving on to lesson 12 today. Now, today's lesson is going to build off what we did yesterday when we learned how to unbundle and decompose when we needed those extra ones for subtraction. Today, we're going to learn how to do it the vertical way, how to subtract the vertical way without that tens and ones chart. Okay, we can still obviously use that as a drawing tool to help us understand, but I'm going to teach you how to not use it today, which is pretty cool. All right, today we're going to start off with a little fluency practice. I'm going to give you a subtraction problem, and you need to tell me the difference. Tell me what the answer is. So if I say 45 minus 35, you'd say 10. Then we're going to put that into a sentence so we can kind of relate the two numbers. What I mean is you're going to tell me how many more tens. So you'd say 45 is 10 more than 35, right? Okay, so let's do this first one together, and then I'm going to have you try the rest. So 65 minus 45. What I'm thinking is the ones are the same. So I'm going to relate 6 tens and 4 tens, 60 and 40, 40, 50, 60. So that's the difference of 2 tens or 20. So I would say 65 is 20 more than 45. Easy enough, right? All right, you try this one. 85 minus 45. Good. We're going to get 40, and then we'd say 85 is 40 more than 45. Perfect. Let's try another one. Same idea. Even though the ones place changed, it's still the same between 24 minus 26. The ones place is still the same. So just talk about your tens. How many more tens? Using the facts we know, we get 50. So we're going to say 70 is 50 more than 24. Beautiful. Try another one. 59 minus 29. How many more tens? Yeah, it's going to be 7 tens, which equals, I was adding. 3 tens, which equals 30. 59 is 30 more than 29. Do another one. 38 minus 18. How many tens, and what does that equal? Yep, 20, 2 tens. And then we can say 38 is 20 more than 18. Yay! All right, so for this one, you're definitely going to want paper and pencil. We're going to get into our application problem, reviewing what we did yesterday with subtraction. So, have your paper and pencil ready? Let's go. It says, Barb has a bag of 34 cherries. She eats 17 cherries for a snack. How many cherries does she have left? So for this problem, we already set it up for you. So we're going to do 34 minus 17. Set it up in the vertical way. And then when we're doing subtraction, we start by just drawing the first number, just drawing our whole. So we're going to draw 34 on our place value chart. So I want you to pause the video and set this up on your paper right now. Draw the vertical way and your place value chart. Only drawing the whole, only drawing 34. Got it? Okay. Now, when we do this, can we subtract 7 from 4? Can we take 7 away from 4? We can't, right? It's not big enough. So what do we need to do? To get more ones, what do we need to do? Yes, we need to unbundle. We need to decompose one of those tens. So we're going to, I already did it. We're going to take a 10 away, and we're going to add 10 ones into our ones place. Now, how many ones do we have? Good, we have 14 ones. Can we take 7 away from 14? Yes, right? 14 is bigger than 7, so we can take 7 away. So go ahead and do that on your paper now. I'm going to do it on mine. Then we need to make sure we do our tens too. I forgot about this in the last lesson. We got to make sure we do our tens. We have to take 1 10 away from 2 tens because we only have 2 tens left. So we're going to take one of those away, and then we already took our 7 away. Okay, now, how many tens and ones do we have left? We took our 1 10 away, and we took our 7 ones away. What do we have left? 17. Did you get it? Yeah. All right. Barb has 17 cherries left. Okay, I don't want you to write anything yet because I just want to go over this. We're going to go over how to use the vertical method to subtract without using a place value chart. All right, here's how. So first problem is 25 minus 11. What is the part that we know? Remember, when we do subtraction, your whole is your top number, part. Okay? Whole, part. What do we know? What's the part that we know? We always take away from the whole, so what is the part that we know? 11. Good. 25 is our whole, 11 is our part. What do we need to find? The missing part, exactly. If we think about this as a number bond, we have 25 at the top, 11, and a question mark because we don't know that other missing part that's going to get us to 25. Okay, what's the whole that we're subtracting from? Very good, 25. Okay, now we want to look carefully at the whole. When you're subtracting in vertical form, your whole is always going to be on the top. You want to look at it carefully. You want to pretend you're like a detective to see if we need to do any unbundling, because sometimes that's going to happen when we do subtraction. So we're going to put a little magnifying glass around that hole because we're detectives. We're going to look at it carefully. Okay, our whole is 25. Now, can we take 1 away from 5? We can, right? 5 minus 1 is 4. So do we need to do any unbundling with this one? We don't. Good detective work. And then we can just subtract our 10s. 2 minus 1 is 1. We're done. Good. All right, let's try another one. So 25 minus 11 is 14. All right, let's try this one. Here we go. What's the part that we know? What number is the part that we know? Yes, the 13. Good. What do we need to find? Think about that number bond if you set it up. The missing part. We don't know that other missing part. What's the whole? 22. Beautiful. So we got to find that missing part. Okay, so we're going to be detectives. We're going to make our magnifying glass. We're going to look at the whole to see if we need to do any unbundling. So our whole is 22. Let's look at it. 22. Can we take 3 away from 2? Is that possible? It's too small, right? So we have to change a 10 for 10 ones. Now, I'm going to show you on our place value chart what that looks like, and I'm going to show you how to do it in vertical form. So here's 22. When we do it on our place value chart, we take a 10 away, and we add 10 ones, right? So this is what it'll look like on our place value chart. When you do it in vertical form, you are going to record it like this. So our 2 changes. Is it 2 anymore? No. How many 1s do we have? Yeah, we have 12 ones. So our 2 is going to become a 12. So you can just cross that 2 off and change it into a 12 so that your brain knows that's now 12. Okay, we have the 12 ones over here. That's now 12. Now, what did the 2 on the 10th place become? It's not 2 anymore. What is it? It's a 1, right? We have 1 10. So you're going to cross that out too and change that into a 1 because we only have 1 over here. So cross that 22 out and change it to 1, 10, 12 ones right on the top there, just like we did it on our thing. That's going to help you solve it in vertical form. Now you can just do what you did before. You can do 12 minus 3, which is 9, and 1 minus 1. 0. Done. Done. Didn't even need to draw it. All right, let's try another one. Not going to use the place value this time. Okay, we are doing 31 minus 18. What is our whole in this problem? Yes, the 31. That's our whole. So we got to put our detective magnifying glass on the 31. Okay, now our next step. Can we take 8 ones away from... Can we take 8 away from 1? You can't. It's too small. So what do we need to do? We need to unbundle or decompose. So here's how. We're going to change the 1. We're going to add 10 ones to that. What's 1 plus 10? 11. Good. Now, if we took 10 away from there, do we still have 3 10s? We don't, right? We have 2. So now we're just going to subtract. 11 minus 8 is 3. And 2 minus 1 is 1. All right, I'm going to show you this on, I said I wasn't going to, but it can be confusing. I'm going to show you on our place value chart. So I'm going to draw 31. Okay, so when I change it over, I take a 10 away and I add 10 over here. That's where we got the 11 from. See how there's 11 ones still here? That's where we got the 11 from. Now we changed that. This used to be 3, but we took a 10 away, and now we have 2. So we have 2 and 11. 2 10s, 11 ones. It's equal to 31, but we just moved it around so it was easier for us to subtract. So now we can subtract. We can take 8 away from here, and we end up with 3. And we can take 1 away from here, and we end up with 1, and we have 13. Just a different way of writing it so that you don't have to draw the picture every time. Good work. Okay, so for your exit ticket today, I included an example of how to do that with the magnifying glass. For each of these problems, I want you to try and solve it in the vertical form. If you want to check your answer, which is probably a good idea, I want you to draw it out, just like I did on here. Not as messy as this. But try and solve each of these problems. There are 5 of them in the vertical form, just like this example. Okay, you can draw the magnifying glass if it helps you. And then check it using your place value discs. Try it in vertical form first, okay? Make sure you change both the 10s and the 1s over, just like they did up here. Okay? Good luck. This is good practice. We're going to keep working on this, so don't stress if you are a little bit confused. It's very difficult. But this is huge. This is really hard stuff, and I'm very, very proud of you for trying your best and working through it. So keep it up, and I'll see you tomorrow.